Who's all here? Got one. So tell me who you are. Think not. Oh, two. Things are heating up. What's up, guys? Looks like we're back up to two. That's exciting. A few minutes. See if anyone else comes in before 7:30. All right. So whoever the two people are that are here, welcome. This is my first successful live stream I've got going. So excuse me if I'm a little hectic at some points, but go ahead and get into the workout. I'll show you guys what we have today. So first we're going to start off with a little bit of a warm up. Then we've got, let's see, can you see this? No, it's backwards. All right, we've got a 15-minute AMRAP. So as many rounds as possible in 15 minutes of these 4 exercises that you can't read because it's backwards. Number 1, we're starting with 5 burpees. I'll go over all these, show you what they are. So number 1 is 5 burpees, 2 10 push-ups. Number 3, 20 glute bridges, single leg, so 10 each leg. And number 4, 30 shoulder taps, again, 15 each arm. Going through that as many times as we can in the 15 minutes. When the 15 minutes is up, you're not out yet. There's a buyout. So after the whole thing, you have to buy out with 30 air squats. So if there's any questions about that, does anyone want to pop it in the chat? And if not, get right ahead and get into the warm-up. Give it a few minutes because I know there's a delay. Anyone? Anyone want to just say hi so I know it's here? All right, Peachy. So, get a little bit of music going. All right, first step of the warm-up, go ahead and grab a chair that you might have laying around. Grabbing onto the back of the chair, we're just going to do some stretches. So, with the leg away from the chair, keep the leg that's closer to the chair on the ground. You're going to kick that heel up as high as you can and back 8 times in a row. Keeping the leg straight, stretching out the hamstring. 6, 7, 8. Go ahead, turn around, get the other leg. 1, 2, 3. Keeping the leg straight, trying to stretch out the hamstring. 6, 7, 8. Good. Now, holding the chair out to the side again and kind of standing in front of the chair. We're going to kick that same leg that we started with out in front and just back and forth in front of us. 8 reps. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And same thing going the other way. Stretching out the glutes and the hip adductors. 7, 8. Good. I'm taking the chair, bring it back around. We're going to do 8 step-ups each leg. So starting with the right leg. 1, then left 2. The core brace tight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So we're doing 8 each leg. So back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. All right. Now we'll get into some upper body. So arms out wide, arm circles going forward, starting slow, getting progressively bigger as we go. We got nice big windmills going on, then going the other way. So again, starting slow, going backwards, and getting bigger as we go. Good. Now we're going to get down on the floor. Do 5 negative push-ups. So negative push-up, starting in an up position, just going down slow for about 5 seconds. Our chest touches the ground, we go back up. You can't do a push-up, you can just come back up on your knees and back down slow. Good. 5 of these, 3 more. Good, perfect. So we'll go through that one more time. Let me just check. Can you guys even hear the music? Doesn't seem like it. That better? All right. So we'll actually just go through that one more time. I don't think we need to do 3 rounds of that. But go ahead, go at your own pace to the chair. Going forward and backward to start, 8 reps each leg. Switching. Now going back to side, so stepping out in front of the chair a bit, opposite leg. Trying to keep the core braced tight. Good. Switch sides. All right. Now go ahead, keep going at your own pace. I'm switching back to the step-ups, 8 each leg. I lost count. Arm circles. Going backwards. And then the negative push-ups. With that, grab some water and we'll start talking about the workout. All right. So I'll give you guys a few minutes. Go ahead, get some water. Then I'll start talking about the workouts that we have. Anybody have any questions? Want to go ahead and type it in the chat? All right. Cool. So put the chair back. I don't think you guys can see this from there. The first workout we have here is the 5 burpees. So with a burpee, there's 2 things you can do. The first is a burpee. Second is a squat jack. With the burpee, with both of them, squatting down, doesn't have to be a perfect squat. You can come forward onto your toes, hands down on the mat, kicking the feet back. With a burpee, from here, you're going to go down and do a push-up, jump back up, and jump in the air. If you can't manage the push-up with the burpee, what you can do is called a squat jack. So coming down, hands on the mat, just like the burpee, kick the feet back, skip the push-up. Hold it here, squeeze the core, and then kick back up and jump in. So 5 of those. Then we have 10 push-ups. With the push-ups, you can do them right on the floor. That's great. Keeping the core tight, elbows in close to the side. You don't want them out far out. That's going to hurt your shoulder. In close to the side, 10 reps. If you can't bang out 10 push-ups, knees, I say go ahead and grab your chair. Do incline push-ups. This way you can still keep your core activated and engaged. So holding onto the chair, chair's over there, but this works. Same thing, keeping the elbows in nice and tight, core engaged, coming down. This makes it a little bit easier because you have more of your weight dispersed through your feet. With the 20 glute bridges, so we're doing 20 single leg glute bridges. Can you see this? Yeah. Laying with your back on the mat. You're gonna have one leg bent,
The other leg straight out, keeping the core tight, the quad tight, that leg that's straight out, driving through the heel of the bent leg. So your body makes a 180-degree angle, and then back down. So 10 each leg. After you do 10, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then onto shoulder taps. We have 30 shoulder taps, so 15 each arm. Starting in a high plank position, like you're about to do a push-up. Tapping the shoulder, coming back to the other side. So that's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 15 each arm, 30 total. So we're going to go through that for 15 minutes. I'm going to start the timer here. If you guys want to do it at your own pace, you can have the timer going on your phone. When it's done, though, we're going to 30 air squats. So with the air squats, a few key pointers. Trying to keep our feet at about shoulder distance, toes pointed slightly outward. First thing we're doing, pushing the butt back, keeping the chest up, put your hands out in front to counterbalance your weight. Coming down with our weight on our heels and keeping our knees driven outwards. Come down to about parallel and back up. That's one round. So keeping the chest up, eyes looking out straight, hands out in front of you. You want the toes pointed slightly outward, weight on your heels, and knees driven out. 30 air squats, then we're all done. We'll get into the cool down. Everyone good with that? Anyone have any questions? I'll wait a second in case anyone wants to type something. So I'll figure out this clock. Press OK. All right, seems like everyone's good. All right, we'll go ahead and get into this workout then. So 15 minutes, as many rounds as possible, 5 burpees, 10 push-ups, 20 glute bridges, 10 each leg, 30 shoulder taps, 15 each arm. When you're all done with that, buy out with 30 air squats, all right? Everyone good with that? We'll go ahead and get into it. Turn the music up a bit for my own sake. Going in 10. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Starting out with those burpees. Go at your own pace here. Don't follow me. Do what's comfortable. I'm going to breathe the whole time. Moving on to those shoulder taps. Keeping the core tight here. All right. Get a few seconds, get some water, and get into the next round. About 2 minutes in on my clock. into those shoulder taps. This should be almost a bit of a rest. It's just an isometric contraction, a little bit of shoulder movement to get the upper body into it. All right, grab some water. Take it out of it. We're almost 1/3 into it. Got about 10.5 minutes left. Start to break up the push-ups if they're getting a little tiring. I'm gonna do 5 and 5 this one. All right. About 9.5 minutes to go. There's 10 each leg here. Moving into those shoulder taps for me. All right, that's 3 done. Should be starting to work up a bit of a sweat. Shake it out, almost halfway through. Getting to number 4. And the push-ups, gonna go 5 and 5 again. Split them up however you like. You can also start on the ground. If you're struggling, you can move into the chair if you like, do incline push-ups. We go ahead and hit those glute bridges. Got less than 7 minutes left, over halfway. right. Move to the shoulder taps now. Okay. 5.5 minutes to go. Get a minute to rest, get a second to rest. So let's try to finish out these 5 minutes strong. Ready, guys? Here we go. Burpees. All right, get into those push-ups. However you're doing them, make sure you're really pushing it. Now hitting those glute bridges. Then each leg, and we're switch it up. 4 more minutes. All right, we've got 3.5 minutes to go. Almost done. I'm gonna try to get at least one more set out of this. I think you guys can too. Ready? 3 minutes. All right, get into those push-ups. Oh, those are getting difficult. Almost done, guys. Two minutes left. Got just over 1.5 minutes to go. All right, got a minute and 10 seconds left. We get right into the next round. Get as many as I can now. Only 45 more seconds. Ah. Thirty more seconds. Finish out strong. All right, 15 more seconds, everybody. Five, four, three, two, one. All right, good job. All set? Nope. 30 air squats. Even I forgot. All right. Keeping our heels on the ground, chest up, arms forward, and knees pointed outwards. Here we go, 30 air squats. Ten more. Woo. That burns. All right, everybody. Grab some water. Get into the cool down in just a second. Anyone care to share in the chat how they felt about that? I'll tell you guys, I thought it was pretty hard. All right, let you guys get some water. We'll get the cool down going in about 1 minute, 2 minutes. All right. So we're just gonna cool down with some static stretches. I'm gonna be reminding you guys throughout, but with these static stretches, one thing to focus on, two things actually. One, don't go past your comfort level. You know, reaching for your toes. If you can't touch your toes, I'm not asking you guys to touch your toes. I'm just saying go until you start to feel a tight pull in your hamstrings. Once it becomes uncomfortable, once it becomes painful, you're not adding any more benefit to the stretch. You're just putting your body in a dangerous position. So just go until you feel comfortable. And if you can't touch your toes, or if you see me going down into a stretch further than you can, whatever. I'm sure a lot of you guys can go down further than me, so it's not really a big deal. It's just, going to your comfort level, getting the stretch that your muscles are willing to exert. Number two, focusing on our breathing here. So my heart rate's pretty raised. I think maybe yours are. We're just trying to lower that heart rate. So we'll do a breathing exercise at the end, but throughout the stretches,
Really focus on your breathing. Nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. All right. So go ahead and get on your floor. Wherever you were just working out is fine. As long as you guys are fine with that. And with our feet kind of close together, reach down for our toes. Once again, you don't need to touch your toes. Just reaching down for them, keeping those knees straight, letting our body just kind of hang. Getting a nice good stretch through the back of our hamstrings, through the back of our knees. And we'll hold this for about 15 more seconds. Focusing on your breathing too, trying to lower that heart rate. All right, now coming back up nice and slow. Spread the legs apart. Kind of point your toes outwards. Bend a little bit in that right leg. Kind of reach down for your foot here, keeping your left leg straight. You're feeling the stretch on the inside of your thigh. Those are called your hip adductor muscles. So stretching those out. We'll be here for about 15 more seconds. Sinking your hips down as far as they'll go to the mat. Good. Trying to keep your chest, relatively up. I could be doing a better job at that. Chest up, chin up. Nice, good stretch. Good. And come back up. And we'll go down the other way. Sinking those hips, keep the chest up. Feeling the stretch on the inside of that thigh, those hip adductors. Focusing on our breathing too. Closing out through the mouth. We'll be here about 15 more seconds. All right, and we'll come up. Kick those legs out. Onto the mat, get some stretches there. To your floor. So first one, start with the right leg. Put out in front of you. You're going to start with your knees pretty far behind the toes so that when you extend forward, your knee doesn't extend past your toes. But now we're going to push our hips forward and let our knee drive forward. So we feel a stretch right here in the hip pointer and that hip flexor of our back leg. Keeping the chest up, chin up. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, trying to lower that heart rate. Here about 15 more seconds. Good. Come back. Switch legs. Once again, put it decently far out in front of you, so when you drive forward, that knee doesn't extend past the toes, and let your hips fall forward, feeling the stretch down the front of that back hip flexor. Good. Be here about 15 more seconds. And we'll come back. Now we'll get one nice quad stretch in. So, kind of now sitting on our butts. Start with the left leg this time. Bringing it back so our heel is nice and close to the outside of that hip. And now, this is one, just go to your comfort level. Don't force it, but start to go backwards, nice and slow. Keeping all points of our leg in contact with the ground. We're just going until we feel a nice, good stretch with that quad. If you can't go all the way to the mat, don't go all the way to the mat. That's fine. Just go until you feel a nice, good stretch. In through the nose, out through the mouth, lowering that heart rate.
About 15 more seconds here. Good. Nice and slow. Go ahead and come back up. Switch sides. So this time with our right leg, bringing it back towards that hip. I notice you're a little more flexible on one side than the other. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's pretty normal. It's just something you can work on from time to time, but nothing to stress about. So I can't go all the way down to the mat on my right leg, but I can on my left leg. Just go until you feel a nice good stretch. Give this a few more seconds. All right, coming up nice and slow. Last stretch we're going to do is child's pose. Then we'll get a few breathing exercises in and we'll be all done. So on your hands and knees with the shoelaces of your foot, tops of your foot, flat on the mat. You're going to sit back on your heels and reach forward out in front of you. And from here, just let your head dangle down to the mat. Try to relax. Get a few nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, now slowly come forward. Go ahead and curl those toes back underneath you. And then drive your weight back onto your toes. And slowly, very slowly, extend your back one vertebrae at a time so that your chin is the last thing to come up and point forward. From here, the breathing exercise we're going to do, inhaling through our nose, we're going to raise our arms up above our head. Then we're going to exhale through the mouth and lower them back down. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. One more, inhale and exhale. All right, that's it, everybody. Thanks for coming around. All two of you. And let's see, I'm doing this again Tuesday night this week, so tomorrow night, and also again Thursday night. So if there's anything in particular you want to see, go ahead and type it in the chat. If you have, I'm sure whoever's watching this probably knows me, so if you want to just text me or DM me on the DM the Oswego page about it, the Oswego Fit, if there's anything you want to see in particular. If not, just play it by ear. We'll do another full body thing. Maybe we'll do more lower body focus next time, since this was a lot of upper body, those push-ups and those shoulder taps. And then on Thursday, we can do another lower body. But thanks for coming around, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.